のエナジー空が強くあるために No fear, no pain I know 前に立つ限り No fear, no pain 恐れるものは何もない完全独走を俺が超えてやる超変身仮面ライダークーガー恐れるだけの歴史をゼロに巻き戻す英雄はただ一人でいい今あの崖を飛び越えて空が声なき声が空が君を呼んでる空が強さの証明ものと守るもの No fear, no pain 答えは全てそこにある頂上疾走を俺が変えてやる超変身仮面ライダークーガーのエナジー空が強くあるために No fear, no pain I know 前に立つ限り No fear, no pain 恐れるものは何もない完全独走を俺が超えてやる超変身星時代をゼロから始めよう伝説は塗り替えるもの今アクセルを解き放て空が熱くよみがえれ空が誇りのエナジー空が強くあるために No fear, no pain I know 前に立つ限り No fear, no pain 恐れるものは何もない完全独走を俺が超えてやるじゃあ変身仮面ライダークーガー恐れるだけの歴史をゼロに巻き戻す英 て空が声なき声が空が君を呼んでる空が強さの証明 No fear, no pain 壊すものと名乗るもの No fear, no pain 答えは全てそこにある頂上疾走俺が変えてやる超変身仮面ライダークーガー
Hello, friends. How we doing? How we feeling?
Hi, guys.
What's up?
How you been? What's going on? Just give me 1 sec. I just need to...
Yep. I can't. Oh. It's like barely coming through, but I can hear it just enough to hear what it is.
Why is it like, I don't know, every couple months this shit will just pop into my head and then it's stuck there for like a week and a half before I can think of anything else.
Yeah, like I said in the Discord, this song literally made me a man. It is when my beard started to grow, is when I first heard this. The second the music touched my eardrums, my beard just shot out to where it is now. So
it's a man's man. It's like it's like that Mulan track, like the Super Saiyan form of the Mulan track. Mm-hmm. Everybody always feels that empowerment to, you know, like the, what is it? Like swift as a course. Yeah, no, this is like, you are the fire.
The dark side. Just, pow!
I love this shit. But yeah, so my whole last couple of days have been nothing but like flashbacks of like Dynasty and shit like that. But like,
have you been watching the show though?
I'm trying not to, because that is, you know how slippery of a slope that is.
Oh, I know. I'm probably the only other person who knows.
True, it's true.
So
it's like legitimately, like I'm watching clips like that. I forgot how dope that Guan Yu and Xiahou Duen fight really was. Like, considering this is like not a low budget. Let me take that back. This is not a Hollywood blockbuster. I'll say it like that.
It actually had a pretty significant budget, because there's full like you guys need to understand that, you know, we're talking about a Three Kingdoms show. Also, what's up, Zach? Spin Dash, how y'all doing?
What's going on, homies?
Yeah. What was I lost? Oh, this is not. So this is a Three Kingdoms show. This is the one from 2010. We've talked about it 100 times on the show at this point. 102 maybe. But yeah, like when they have full on war scenes, like those are people. Like they might be doing tricks with like the crowds to make it look like more, but there's real people. Like K20, what's going on, dude? There's real people there, and they're like not CG battles. Like these are real people doing these things.
Yeah, it's the charm of it, because it has like that campy, like I see like soap this opera. Right, and it's definitely the soap opera, but it's you guys, like they put the effort in because it's all they had. You know what I mean? Like you could tell if they had more, it would have been a million times better. But that's all they had, and they made that shit dope. Like I'm just blown away how they made. You know, obviously they're telling the stories. You know, Guan Yu being the magnificent bearded man and doing all kinds of insane horse battles. But dude, they're doing it.
They're doing it. My favorite part of that whole thing is that one particular clip reinforced how often that show is they send one messenger and then clearly like 2 minutes later they were like, he's not fast enough, you need to go send the other dude too, because if they just waited 5 minutes, this whole thing would have been, you know, figured out. And in this clip, Guan Yu is fighting Xiahou. They're two badasses if you're not familiar who they are. I guarantee you've seen Guan Yu if you've seen like any kind of cool statue at like an Asian goods kind of store that has like statues and like the Jade Buddha kind of things, that kind of stuff. I guarantee you've seen Guan Yu whether you know it or not. He's the god of war essentially.
Dude, yeah, I mean,
they've taken his likeness to the god of war, but he's fighting this other general from a separate army, and they have this guy run up and say, "Hey, let him go. Our boss said he's cool." And they're like, "But he already murdered all of these people and he didn't know about it, so he needs to take him to the general." And then this other dude shows up 2 seconds later and is like, "Hey, the general doesn't care, just let him go."
You understand that he took out 3 guys on the way out. You really want him to keep going? Like,
yeah. He was like, my man murdered like 6 real badass dudes. Like he murdered 6 John Wicking his way here. You really wanna test that? Okay, that's on you, champ. That's on you.
Like, when you think about it, they tell the story like he took out Hua Xiong and Wen Chou in the same battle and like back to back, and those two would be like him wiping out some badasses. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this, it's like, oh shit, this guy just randomly took out my general and his best friend, and we think we're gonna okay.
Yep. No. This hot shit dude over here thinks he's gonna handle it. No, we're good. Just let it. He's fine.
It's just, but yeah. So now that's what's been in my mind, other than what we've got going on too. Yeah. So real quick before we get into today's topic, since we plan ahead completely, so we knew what we were doing. We knew we were doing this like 5 weeks ago. So
to be honest, we had a plan. There was a plan.
There was. I saw the movie because I didn't get to watch it with you guys, but I saw it on my own, and I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay.
I have a lot of confused questions to why they made this. But I assume it was because it was in their contract and they had a couple buckets of paint left over, so they were just like, "Here you go."
So, here you go. You did it.
The only thing, Imperial Demons is nice. It's nice.
It's fine.
I like it. It's just nice. I'm not saying anything negative. But again, it was just like I see that they made the movie. I just don't know why. But we have it.
So. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, on Wednesday we've been watching Toku stuff in the Discord. You should come hang out if you just want to watch some stuff. We'll watch other things too, but it's mainly been Toku lately. And we checked out the Revice Forward Kamen Rider Live Evil and Demons. I think that's the title. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah. Sure.
Yep. Yeah, close enough. But we checked out that movie, and I apologize for everyone who was hanging out. I straight up walked away from the movie and I was just doing other things. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I didn't watch the movie. I got bored 10 minutes into it and I was like, I'm going to go. And so like, I was like making food. I'm pretty sure I mopped my floor. Like,
work was kicking my ass and I'm like, oh, these guys are having fun. This sucks.
Yeah, no. But shout out to everyone in Discord who came and hung out. I appreciate y'all hanging out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And then when I literally was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it again, we'll talk about it. And we have our rule of thumb where like there's plenty of people who would just shit on things for 2 hours, and we don't like to do that. No. And I came back once I was done bullshitting around for 45 minutes. I came back to the last fight, and I was like, oh, that's neat. I don't care about any of this.
It was a lot of build up to a final fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
which most of these VSNX things are, for the most part.
Which is kind of what I was saying. Like, I think somebody was talking about it, and I'm like, I like that they're doing them. I just want them a little better. You know what I mean? Yeah. Invest a little bit more in not just like kit bashing your shit and giving it a fresh coat of paint. Like, they dropped one little thing in here, and I know you didn't see it, but
nope.
There was a moment where Daiji and Kagura were talking to each other. And Kagero said something. Well, Daiji was saying, "Oh, did Hiromi spawn another demon?" You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I was like, "Well, no, it died. They killed it in the first episode." But then Kagero's response, he's like, "That's only for the real twisted people." So I'm like, "Well, that's kind of cool." You know what I mean? Like, could he only have fucking snapped because of how everything has been going? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I liked that, and then they just didn't. They just didn't. They gave us these discount colossal titans with like fucking.
I thought the designs were kind of cool. I mean, they were the same for all of them. They were like that's fine, then, but like the design was pretty cool. Like it was solid. I couldn't tell you what their gimmick was or anything. They had fucking chokers that they pressed. That's all I know.
They had like, I don't know, the Batman Venom. It made them super mutants. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like there were so many things in this story that they could have developed, but they kind of just were like, and we have mutants, but there's only a couple of them, and then they're all dead. Yeah. Like, okay, that's cool. Can they spawn another demon? Yes, but only the real fucked up people can do that. Okay, we don't have any characters in here. What can we get something? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm not saying too much, but it was literally like, ooh, almost. Ooh, you almost had something.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, but other than that, what do you think about the designs?
About what? About who?
The colors and the designs of these suits.
Oh, I hate it.
Really?
I hate the Marvelous suits. I think the pink is garish and gross looking, and it really, we were talking about it in the chat afterwards. My biggest issue with these is like they don't paint the undersuits. If they painted the undersuits to be the same colors, I wouldn't mind it at all. Even if they just paint, like they left the boots, like I get the whole like spray paint, it's like a splashed ink thing going on, but like if they just changed the undersuit, it would be so much better. Even if it just matched Revi's colors or whatever, because I guess the whole point is they get the Revi's belt in this one.
Yeah, I mean that was cool too.
That was pretty cool. And then it still bugs me that Kagero doesn't have like a real form, like a demon form. He's just Daiji 2 Electric Boogaloo. Which
kind of expected, you know what I mean? Yeah. They did. I knew they weren't gonna pull out the brakes on this.
No, I didn't expect them to be like, oh, here's his monster form, but like, I expected something more than still just emo Daiji. So,
but what about Imperial Demon? What don't you like about?
I just don't like it. I mean, the chest is literally Baron Rex repainted, and then he has a cape. So like Baron Rex is fine. I remember liking Baron when we watched it. I don't remember actually what I said, but I'm pretty sure I like Baron for the most part.
It was alright. Thundergale had
Thundergale definitely still excites me more. But like Baron's fine, and then like the fact that they just slapped it on again over the demon suit. It's like, you guys are killing me with this. You guys are killing me with this demon suit. I need you to just do anything with it, please.
Yes, it is.
We were talking about the Ortega suit. And the Ortega suit is literally the same thing as Over Demons, where they just slap this green thing on top of it instead. Like, just paint the undersuit. Please, just for the love of God.
I think it's just, the final nail in the coffin for this form, for this thing, entity, whatever it is. Like, I don't know. The worst part of it is that just random spider. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't blend. It doesn't mesh. It doesn't.
Nope. It's literally like hot glued onto the helmet.
Yeah, I don't like it. And it's like, Jeremy.
I like the horns though. The horns are cool.
Jeremy rocks that way better.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing though. Like, I remember this being like, oh, that's not bad. Like, I'll watch it for that. And then like Jeremy came along, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah. And then Jeremy.
And then Jeremy happened. So.
But it's funny we're talking forms here because that's kind of what we showed up for, huh?
Yeah. So instead of poo-pooing all over that movie for the next 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever we're gonna do.
Last compliment. Did you? If you didn't see it, but did you at least see Hiromi's sword play?
No.
Dude, like the actor himself, he could throw down with a sword. I was really impressed with how fluid, like legit. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, dude. Like, yeah, he gets a katana and he does his whole thing, but every scene he's sword fighting, clean, like really clean.
What's up? Hell yeah.
Check it out for that at least. Like, watch that.
I'll skim through to those sections.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was impressed. I was like, holy shit.
So, so we decided instead that we haven't done a top 5 on the show in a while, and I know they're kind of gimmicky, and they were our go-to when we didn't have a plan for a while. But we also Yeah, we definitely did one like every couple of weeks, but it's fine.
We consistently.
I also, fun fact, while I was trying to figure out which ones we've done and haven't done, I found out Tokudon has an IMDb page.
Oh,
what the fuck? I literally Googled it. I was like, I was just like Tokudon top 5, because I always call it like Tokudon top 5 and something else. And like Tokudon top 5, and it was like IMDb. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Like, wait, what? I mean, there's nothing like, there's no pictures.
There's nothing there. It doesn't have like our info or anything, but I was just like,
episodes are named, and it's like, there's 80. Like, what? Like,
yeah,
somebody took the time to do this? Like,
someone at IMDb was like, all right, we'll just, we'll give you a spot in the site. There you go.
Who are these losers? Who are these guys?
Yeah. Who are these clowns? I will give them their 5 minutes of recommendations.
You know, the funny thing is, when I loaded it, and I was like scrolling, the first thing that loaded up was Madan Senki. That episode.
It's crazy. I was just recording an episode of Kaiju Carl's Coffee Corner with Mark, a nerd named Mark, and we were talking about how like that was our most popular episode, and I'm pretty sure is still our most popular episode because I haven't looked at the numbers in a while because I don't care about analytics, to be honest with you.
Crazy. That shit will drive me crazy.
It's wild that is our most popular episode, bar none.
It's just
like by multiple thousands of downloads.
Of course, that one is the one. Of course it is. But but like it's still fucking sick. Like now, whenever whenever the guys in the Discord are like, oh, you know, this episode, I'm like, no, they're all like, when you say 5 years ago, it still is like, really? Like, are you sure? We've been doing this for. Are you sure?
No, I haven't. But also like, I don't remember what I did yesterday. I'm gonna throw that out there. I couldn't tell you what I streamed on Friday to save my life. It was Wolong. It was the DLC. That's the only reason I remember. But Wednesday, what the fuck did we do on Wednesday?
I talked about some stuff and things. Didn't we do Dragoon? Was that last Wednesday?
That was Tuesday. We did like an extra stream on Tuesday. That I do remember.
See, like
like I don't know. I'd have to go back and what the fuck did, and now it's gonna bug me. I gotta look now. What the fuck did I stream?
This kind of stuff is like the little surprises that it's just really like, I can't believe somebody.
Oh, we did a build and chill. That's right. That's what we did. We built these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Snapper ones. The Transformer.
Yeah. The Transformer dudes. Yeah, we built these guys. I also just fucking snapped this guy in half, but he's fine.
Huh. Yeah. Well, that's just.
But yeah. Chesto. Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, we as I put this back together. But like I don't remember the episodes at all. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And then like you mentioned something, and I'm like, shit. Oh my god.
Like when I see the titles, and like I'm like getting flashbacks of like, oh yeah, but like Lady Battle Cop, like, holy crap.
I think about Lady Battle Cop every once in a while, and I'm like, I think I fucking love that movie.
There was another one, wasn't there? Another one that we got to check out. That's Lady Battle Cop Diet. You know,
probably
it was something like that. But you know, and then the absolute seething hatred that I had for Singular Point. It was like all these little things that are just.
And I was like, I'm just over here like, hey guys, I love Godzilla, and you're like, I fucking hate this show.
Everything about this.
Everything makes me want to vomit everywhere, and I'm like, but I love Godzilla.
But you didn't get Godzilla. You got
Jaguar was there. He was the main character.
You got. I want to talk about math in this not Godzilla movie.
But
so
Jaguar, guys, he's the people's champion.
I'm getting worked up again. Anyway,
he's getting his own spin-off movie this year.
He deserves it.
Yeah. So the same people, random news fact, the same people who did the Gigan Rex and then the Hedorah versus Godzilla like short films. Gigan Rex was that big red Gigan thing, the CG one. But the studio that did both of those, they did the same one apparently. I didn't know that. Is now going to do a Jet Jaguar short. So hell yeah. Hopefully we get a practical Jet Jaguar suit. That'd be really cool.
King Oger. I'm thinking King Oger type. It'll be like.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it'll definitely be like a Watch My Monster Grow, since he was essentially an Ultraman ripoff because they held a fan contest. Yeah, sorry, Mark. We do this one on YouTube's. I'm trying to keep it consistent on the YouTube's on Sundays. So
we're doing the best we can.
Yeah. So I guess speaking of underdogs, kind of let's get into our topic for today.
Right.
We decided, since we haven't done a top 5 in a while, and we clearly had lots of big plans. We had a plan. It'd be cool to do a top 5 because we haven't in a minute, and we talked about Final Forms before. I think we did a Final Forms tier list, but we never really talked about the other Final Forms, like not necessarily just secondary, but we're talking everyone. So today we are going to talk about our top 5 Final Forms for everyone else.
Guys who are like in the back, you know?
There's Wizard Infinity, because it's weird that that's the first one that popped into my brain. Wizard Infinity, and then there's like way in the back is like I don't know, G3X. He's like, hey, I'm here too.
I was just thinking, like, are we counting? Because I think we had a big discussion about what's canon and not.
Yes.
So, stage final? I didn't even look at stage Final Forms. I'm not even kidding.
This is how I'm gauging this. I typed into the wiki and I pulled up the Kamen Rider Final Form page on the Tokopedia wiki, the Kamen Rider wiki. And so I just went off this list because I don't have time for stage and all that shit. I just don't have time for all that. So that's my criteria. If it's on this list as a final form, I went with it. So there is some SICs in here. I didn't really consider those because they're way cooler than any fucking form we're ever going to get, and they don't deserve to be stacked. We would need like a whole list just for SICs themselves.
We would need a whole nother list for SICs, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it'd be convenient. It'd be crazy if we did something like that.
Holy crap, what is that? Okay, before we get started, what is this?
Is it another Ichigo?
Hibiki. Wow.
Oh, the Sengoku one, yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Sengoku era.
That shit would have easily been in my top 5. What are you talking about? Look at that thing. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was the criteria I went with. That's an SIC one, by the way, if you guys didn't know that, if you can't tell by the action figure looking thing.
Right.
Yeah. It's sick. This Kamen Rider Tassel does not fucking count. We're not talking about Kamen Rider Tassel. Get that clown out of here.
Who did that? Who did that?
That would be Mark.
Why did you do that? Why?
So yeah, we're talking about, it's not just secondaries, it's secondaries, tertiaries, all of them. Just kind of our top 5 for all of them. And I guess, like usual, we'll start at the bottom and work our way up.
Fair. That's
fair. What's your number 5 slot?
So because I went crazy mode, I went ahead and made like a little clip show. So
okay.
I think I can honestly say this is number 5 because it's something that I'm recently kind of coming around to a realization, and I'm gonna blame a lot of that on the latest Toku Minute. Mm-hmm. It is Brave. Tattle Fantasy is like, I don't know. I for some reason the story that Hiro goes through just to get there, you know what I mean? The dark shit that he does, the dark tone would have been my pick, but this has the wings and it has the everything that I like about that kind of aspect and aesthetic. So seeing him go this hard,
the full angel by the time he gets there.
Yeah, like the full redemption, the full turnaround, the full, you know what, maybe I was being kind of an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that realization for him at that point of the story is, I don't know, speaks to me more now, I guess. But yeah.
I was actually thinking about the other day, I was like, dang, Rob rewatched X8 and like kind of fucking loves it. Maybe I should rewatch X8.
I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. It might be because I'm trying to be more, optimistic and, look on the bright side of shit. Open-minded. Right. Because again, like you were saying, we can easily spend hours shitting on every aspect of things that we don't like. Yep. But when I took a second look at it, the story that they tell, even, because the number one thing has always been their aesthetic. It was always so hard to look at. So hard
you got
to watch.
Like foaming at the mouth, furious at those eyes when you saw them. Who does this to my Kamen Rider?
Which is my point. It's like, and I was a new fan, and we just came off Ghost. The designs in Ghost had me like, it can only get better. You know what I mean? Like, I was so
look how bright this future is.
Yeah, and I think it was really because of how stoked we were on the designs of Ghost, how disappointed we were in the story, that when we were like, there's a hope that's coming, and its name is X-Aid? Okay, sure. Let's just, oh my god, what is that?
To be fair, I was clocked in on this bitch for a little while before I tapped out, and you were like, I hate all of it, I'm not gonna watch it, and then you like watched 10 episodes or so, and you were like, no, fuck this show, I hate it. But I'm like, but he does the King of Fighters super. Just watch till he does the King of Fighters super. He plays Tekken. Just watch the fucking show.
That's what I'm talking about. It was the encouragement of everybody else's take, and it's like, why do you hate it? Why do you hate it? I'm like, because they look like shit, and I'm like, that's
because they have eyeballs.
Yeah, because they're not, and honestly, I still don't like the dragon thing, the dragon upgrade.
Yeah,
it just looks clunky. A lot of them don't look comfortable. Is all I'm really saying. But it's not on me. I'm not wearing it. I'm just watching. So. It's doing that and watching the show, especially knowing that you would dig Paradox's story.
I really like Paradox. Like given what I don't like about the show, Paradox was actually one of my favorite aspects of it.
Yeah, and that's another final form. That's another final form that we could probably mutually agree on, right?
Yep.
All right. Paradox
True Brave. What is? Oh, is this the one from the movie? This one's actually kind of sick.
True Brave.
True Brave. I think this is the one from the short or movie thing or whatever he did. Spin Dash is asking, what do you think about the True Brave suit, since it's essentially the same one?
So I'm trying to take a look at it right now. I was just dropping that.
There you go. And just put that one in there. I like the colors a lot more, honestly. I like the tinge of red. That's very loud. Oh god, sorry everyone. But yeah, there's the Brave Henshin into Tattle or Brave Fantasy.
Was this his Gaiden, or was it something else?
I think it was his Gaiden where he got the legacy thing, because he got it in like a spin-off movie, and then it showed up in the show.
I like it. I haven't registered the undersuit like that. Yeah. But I like Vanilla Brave. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I do like that design. But yeah, I dig it. I do think, however, that he got the better end because they really did play snipe. Like,
yeah,
I still can't look at it.
It's just awkward. That's really my biggest issue with it. It's just fucking awkward. Like snipe is not great. It's just this big, and I should love it, right? Like I should love the heavy arms thing, but like it's just awkward.
I think it's the hat. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. My thing with Snipes, it was always his like emo bang. I always like, and the fact that the jet fighter that it like came up, I was like, what is this? This is ridiculous. That's where I was like, okay, X8, relax.
It just doesn't say final form. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, nothing about this says this is your best. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, so in terms of all of them, between the two, I like True Brave a little bit better because I don't know, I'm torn. The red and blue are so nice.
Yeah, no, for me, Paradox was actually my number 5. So I really like the Paradox form. I think it's so sick. It's essentially his Muzao form. And I just think that is the coolest fucking thing ever. If you guys don't know, we're super into like Muzaos and Three Kingdoms and all that shit. So like him getting a form that looks very similar to that and of that genre, and plus he has a fucking axe. I was like, hell yeah, let's go. Yeah. And I'm curious because like we were talking about it the other day, but we found out that Paradox is gamer and puzzle form were originally 2 different characters, and then they wanted to limit the cast to not as many people. So I'm curious if this would have been like kind of like mighty action, whatever, mighty double X, whatever that's called. His like mid-season form. I'd be curious if this was supposed to be like the reverse of that, where the 2 separate people combine, and this was supposed to be Paradox.
The way that they pulled it off, I feel, because honestly, dude, the actor, you could have switched him and Emu, legitimately. Yeah. And the show would have been engaging as fuck. Like, that actor nailed the part. So I think because of the way that they portrayed him, the way that they put him off, splitting him into more characters didn't help because he pulled that shit off beautifully on his own.
Yeah, and I'm curious, like, I think it would have taken away from the story, honestly, because I mean, this show's almost 10 years old now, so fuck it. Like, Emu is the first, like, I'm not gonna spoil all of it. But you know, Paradox is Emu's Bugster. Like, he was created from Emu. And I think that storyline itself would have been much weaker if it was some weird, like, multiple copies variation of it, you know? No,
yeah, look, especially, like I said, just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot again. I'll put it on the list. I want to watch Agito first, honestly. Or Hibiki.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
It's a good choice. All right.
So, yeah, I was just randomly thinking about it the other day. I was like, dang, maybe I should watch X8 again. So... yeah, but my number 5 was Paradox. It's wacky and zany, and I feel like it's not usually my, like, cup of tea when it comes to forms and things, especially colors. Like, I'm not a big red guy, but I think that form is fucking sick. So,
and the concept is cool as shit.
Yeah,
like he has a choice between being the straight fighter or the puzzle concept is cool as shit, dude. Like, he would lock away your powers. He would fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that is
I kind of liked that he would, like, build his own power-ups, because remember they had that, like, power-up gimmick. I liked that he could, like, combine and build his own sort of thing and just kind of, like, equip them as he wanted. I thought that was kind of neat.
That is cool. It's so cool. But yeah, I like that. Good choice. Good choice.
Spin Dash is saying the DX Memorial Lays Raised Riser photo just dropped. Oh, is it gonna have the king and queen Jamato things in it?
Probably,
I would assume. And you know where you can find it? B-Band.
Where? Premium Bandai. Yeah. Our friends at Premium Bandai.
Our friends at Premium Bandai bring you the latest in Kamen Rider toys you can't fucking get.
We will only talk positive things about Premium Bandai because John Telly always watching.
Yeah. Premium Bandai's the greatest. Help me.
The next cast is just some. Hi guys, welcome back to Tokudon.
Yep. It's just like cardboard cutouts of us.
I'm just sitting here. I like how we're starting. We're starting pretty strong.
Yep.
What's your number 4?
My number 4. Hang on, let me just scroll real quick and see where I want to put number 4, because I tried to order them too. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. You gotta feel it from your chest.
Yeah, I had to feel it with my chest. Because number 1's gonna be Buffo, so that's fine. But that's not even out yet, so you know.
That's not fair. That's cheating.
That's cheating. I'm gonna say.
Ooh, the suspense. Can you feel it? The trepidation.
I'm gonna say Trial. Trial's number 4, I think.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah,
good one.
And the only reason is because I think there's other ones that go hard, like they move that needle harder into the, like, radical new design aspect of it.
Yeah.
But Trial, I mean, you guys probably know because you all listen to this podcast all the time. But, like, Trial holds a special place in my heart. I fucking love Trial. I love Axel. He's one of my top 5 riders. He's been on the Pantheon since I fucking watched that show. I bought I bought the double one, but I'm gonna get the fucking Axel one too. Like, Trial just holds a special place in my heart, and the fact that my man moves at, like, subsonic speeds, and then, you know, if you guys haven't seen it, the way they convey his power is he drags this big dumb sword across the ground. And I'm going to keep talking about it every time we bring up Axel because it's fucking cool. And he can't lift it. He henshins. He can lift it just fine. In Trial, he does a whole ass 99 strike finisher with it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
With a timer, and then sends you right to hell.
Right to hell.
I fucking love it.
So
I love it. Oh my God, Trial.
Yeah. So that's my number 4.
That arc, his arc, is the reason why I always, when I go to check, you know, outside, I always refer to it as the Weza.
The Weza.
It is. Go check the Weza. Check Weza. So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Also, real quick before you do number 4, I want to address something in the chat here. So I put in our Discord as well the stuff about Team Kamen Rider came out.
Oh yes.
It is what it is. You know, things may change a little bit. They may be a little bit harder to get, but you know what? We're not fucking going anywhere. So there you go. Community's still a fucking community.
Yeah, like when you think about it, we might be facing a situation that's really shitty, but there is more of a conversation going on now than ever before. There is more people who know about what's going on than before. So when that reality hits, the people who are in positions to do something about it, might step up.
So yeah, like it is what it is at this point, you know.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, but you know, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and we're just gonna try our best, and we're gonna go back to fan subs and getting them from wheeling and dealing in back alleys like we've always done. So sadly, Bandai hates Kamen Rider the most, and it's the one we've devoted our lives to. So it is what it is.
Yeah, like I mean, it's just when it.
Yeah. Also, Shirakura, I think he was a producer, I believe. Big producer on things. He's the new like outreach community manager, whatever. And his whole thing is to expand into other regions. So hopefully we'll see some stuff of that. It may slow down a little bit before it picks up again. But again, what's up, Chad? So it was released to the public, I shall say, because we've known about it for a little while now. The Team Kamen Rider basically reshuffled. The reason you guys haven't heard anything from Team Kamen Rider is Mark's talking about his trench coat full of gimmicks. We were talking about that on the podcast. Just wheeling and dealing with a dude, and we were talking about old anime VHSs and just dealing with a dude in a trench coat, basically.
He can only do that if he corners like everybody.
Yeah. Like, what you buying? So yeah, like the reason you haven't heard from Team Kamen Rider is because there's been a big reshuffle. They changed how they're doing everything, and essentially, some higher up people, I've seen both sides at this point. Some higher up people basically just don't like us. That's essentially what it's like. They just want to be difficult because they're fucking annoying. And that's really what it is. Apparently they don't like money is the problem, even though they're big CEO, bigwig people, assholes. And so that's kind of what's going on. So Team Kamen Rider is pretty much going to be pushing the products. They're not going to be as fan facing as they have been. So Team Kamen Rider is still kind of a thing, but it's kind of just going to be like a social media account at this point. Which sucks. And again, you know, I'm super appreciative to everything that I posted on Twitter about this, but like they've done a shit ton for us, both of us, in like promoting this podcast and helping us out. And like we met most of you guys through them. Like you guys saw us go on panels and at cons and stuff like that. Like that wouldn't have happened without them. So no matter what happens, just know that like everyone put their heart and fucking soul in that team into Kamen Rider, and they tried their best, and it was way out of their control. Like it's one of those things where like, oh, I'm on my little anthill, and then like the foot comes down. You know.
Yeah. They like anthill is perfectly the right way to put it. They busted their ass at every turn to try to make shit happen. Yeah. So it is what it is. So, hopefully good things come about in time.
Yeah, hopefully. It's just, again, it may slow down before it picks up again, but that's neither here nor there. I want to know about your number fucking 4. That's what
my number fucking 4. Let me tell you about my number 4. The reason why it's number 4 is because I have a strong feeling that when our mutual number 1 makes his appearance, it's gonna take that spot. So I can only put this at number 4.
Okay.
All right.
Hit me.
Boom. Oh, okay. There you go. Ixa burning.
Oof.
Up my ass. Okay.
Oof.
So when you first put me on the rider, all right, and Zolda came, and I was like, "Who's the guy with the gun?" And I'm like, "Okay, I like the guys with the guns."
Yep.
So forward a little bit of time, I'm starting to watch on my own, and I'm like, "Yo, Kiva," and I remember we were talking, and this is another fucking memory. I remember just pitching. This is like, is there a writer that has this? Is there a writer that has that? Is there a horror theme writer? And you're like, Kiva, and I'm like, who? and you're like,
Kiva.
Oh, let me explain something to you. And you went into the harangue, and I'm like, now I have to watch Kiva. Now, Kiva itself is whatever. But when Ixa showed up, and it having like this, obviously the white design, I'm such a sucker for it, but it's the blaster blast. It's the fact that this character was like such a over dramatic, like Belmont type of I will destroy, you know what I mean? Like everything about him was
Nago
so over.
was like, I will return you to God or whatever it was.
everything was so corny, but I loved it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I love how serious he is to the bit. So like,
Yeah.
but then he gets burning form, and burning with the face gun and the fucking
Face gun.
It's the face gun. It's the gun. It's the face gun. But it splits open, and it looks like this power is surging from that was always kept in, because that was like his shtick. You know, from the 80s, it's all closed off from the visor. Then it opens up, and then it opens up again. I'm like, that everything about Issa is sick to me.
Yeah.
I love it.
I will say, so I like the form, how it looks more than it actually behaves in the show. Like, I kind of hate how it is in the show. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's literally a one-trick fucking pony. Like, he henshins and then just does the sun slash immediately, I feel like. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's the only thing he does. So, but I really do like the generator in the chest, and I like the blue that they use in like, I like the suit overall. I just like the phone gun, cell phone thing is kind of stupid.
Face
but
phone. You don't like the face phone?
I don't like the face phone. But like, I do like the suit a lot, and like Ixa's cool. Like, both Ixas are fine, and I like the concept of Kiva more than I like Kiva. Right. But like, it's a cool suit. I really do like that generator look, honestly. Like, just looking at it, I really do like the like solar generator inside of him. I think it's a really cool look.
Dope as shit. I like the idea of how it's like releasing the power from inside itself to just go all out. And that's like, I don't know. I've always dug that. And that's not to mention, like, you know, the story itself, what he goes through, they do a lot with his character in a regrettable amount. Like, they legitimately like take this badass and then shrink him down, and then like how it worked for Gentoku, it didn't work for him.
I just like, my main thing with Ixa is like it kind of has the Fies issue where like everyone takes that suit for a ride.
And another thing
also weakens it a little bit as being like someone's thing, which is fine. And like kind of cool that we got like some female riders out of it, even if it was for like an episode, literally the same episode. But like, it was cool to see how Otoya and that was his name in Kiva, right? Otoya? Yeah, it was Otoya. Yeah. Their grease is messing me up now. Otoya and Nago, how they kind of like the juxtaposition between the two, because they are very opposites on the spectrum, right? Like, they're very like, Otoya is this goofy, fuddy-duddy, like heartthrob kind of thing, and then Nago is like the bad boy band dude. Literally, he's AJ from the Backstreet Boys. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And then you go and find out like later on, oh shit, like that's his kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like, you know, I love it so much. I love the story that they told. It could have been better, but it's all right.
It's a cool concept. The time travel thing is hard, guys. Time travel is very difficult.
It's a messy watch. It is a real messy watch.
Very messy.
You slip up and you miss one time skip, especially during that arc where they introduced the brother. Like, good luck with that.
Which brother?
The Kiva's brother.
Kiva's
brother's in this. He's the main villain before the main villain.
Oh, yes. Saga.
Yes, Saga.
Yes, I kind of dig that suit too, actually.
And that one to me feels like they had a spare. Like, they had a concept Kiva, and that's what they used.
That's pretty much what it was, yeah. But like, you know what it is? I don't even like, the suit's fine. I honestly forget that Ryder exists. I think most people do, because he gets Kiva Emperor eventually. But the finisher where he like hangs him with the fucking Belmont whip was what I always remembered from that.
I mean, his attacks were nice.
He literally does the ninja hanging thing, like we saw in Goemon. He does the fucking like fing, and then he like cuts it.
That's a good point. I mean, his finishers were good,
but
I mean, that's it.
That's it.
He was a crybaby. Whatever. Yeah. There are moments of brilliance.
Yep, it has some really cool ideas until you watch 40 something episodes of it, and then it's kind of like it falls apart. Like, there's some like, I think the Fangires are a great design. Honestly, there's not like a bad form in Kiva. It's just kind of like not for me. You know what I mean?
Whatever that is, Doga. Not Doga form, the one that they're all like.
It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. It bothers me that they literally use Basha once, essentially, and then he goes to that form, and that's the only other time he really uses Basha.
Because Basha is just they're really like, he needs a gun, right? I guess.
Yeah, let's have him skate around and shoot bubbles. There you go. But yeah, I like Kiva's suit designs were never my issue with that show. Is my point.
All right. No, fair. But the whatever that triple form is it's not good.
Dogobaki, Dorky saying.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Dogobaki.
Yep.
Dogobaki. Yeah, that sounds right. It even sounds weird.
Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is my number 4 pick.
Okay.
But now Nago's version.
Nago's version. Well, I mean, he's the only one who uses burning, right?
Does he?
I think he's the only one who uses it.
I would say it, but I don't want to be wrong. So
I'm gonna say it. Yep.
Maybe he is.
So getting into number 3. When I said I'm not really a fan of red, this isn't red. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not fucking red. It's maroon.
Okay. Oh,
it's rust colored specifically.
Oh, yeah, the same thing.
This is one that has, if you guys know, and we've talked about this, and this has really grown on me. Like, I genuinely love this form, Zeronos Zero.
Yeah.
I genuinely love this form.
I will go with an honorable mention then, since that was my number 3 too.
That was your number 3 too?
I'll go with my honorable mention.
Okay. Okay, I'll do an honorable mention too after this. That's fine. But Zeronos Zero is so goddamn cool. Like, I love the aspect of just the cost of being stronger. I love it so much, and the fact that he has to burn his existence away every time he puts this thing on is so cool to me. It's cool.
It's that aspect the most, bro. Like the fact that you have like the alchemical give to get. You have no choice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like anytime you need this power, you're sacking some shit. And deal
like
with it.
he kind of had that to begin with, right? Like that's kind of how Zeronos works in general. Like he had limited amounts, but when it's literally removing your existence, it adds a whole other level and weight to it that I feel like having a simple, like this form is very simple. It's just a color swap. It's a palette swap. That's all it is.
But it's what it represents. It's like the whole thing behind it is what like really hammered that shit home, dude. Like I can't watch this form. I'm gonna find the clip. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is everyone who's not a main rider, like a primary rider. So it's just secondary, tertiaries, quadraries, whatever. All of their final forms. It's just which ones we liked out of them the most. They just happen to all be secondaries because they typically have the coolest ones. And yeah, like Zeronos Zero is just so goddamn cool. And so much of it is just, like I said, the weight of him transforming and the cost, quite literally.
Yeah, got it. In the Discord. See, look, like this final fight, it's not even like a major villain. It's just like, it's somebody he's like, this is my only option. You know what I mean?
This is my only recourse. And he knows every single time. That's why he takes a second, looks at that card and goes, oh shit, fuck, I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I?
This is it for me. Like, that's just the wildest part. I love it so much that he goes for it, man. He goes for it. So dope. But yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. 100. No, Zeronos Zero's crazy. Yeah, and it's cool that like Zach's mentioning that we see the timeline in reverse, and like he's experiencing everything in reverse to everyone else, which is crazy. So yeah, like I genuinely like I wrote a short for Gem to shoot, and that kind of like awakened me to this form. And the fact that it's just like you can put so much weight to it, and like that was the idea behind the short, right? Like that was the whole thing to it, is one more time for fucking glory, because we got no other option here. So yeah, like that just, it adds such a level to it that I don't think there's other like one shots, like there's Grease Blizzard, things like that.
Yeah,
but this, something about the slow burn of it, you know what I mean? Like Grease is like, okay, we just got to get over that hump, pull the trigger, and we're good.
Yeah.
This is like he has to do this multiple, like he uses this form for the last third of the show.
Yeah, like the last part of the show is this.
Yeah, like is him just rocking this form, and every time it's like, ooh, damn.
It's so shit. So good. So good.
So that is why I pick Zeronos Zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you. So I have to go with my honorable mention.
Okay.
And that is Kamen Rider Chaser.
Okay.
Now, because it's his only form. The Rhino thing was more like
you don't like Machin Chaser?
I was trying to stick with strictly the writer. You know what I mean? So his debut, his whatever was the culmination of that arc for me. You know what I mean? Like not for me, for him, and for me. Seeing that, you know how I feel about robots.
Yeah.
You know, it was just everything. I was like, you know what? I want to be a real boy story. I get it. So him getting a writer, and I personally like the design. So it's just a thing that, you know, for it being asymmetrical, that's my thing. But the moment he gets it, the moment he's accepting and wanting to be human, and then starts to pursue that, even though he knows it's, you know, not going to work out. It's just that. I like that about him the most.
Yeah. He's fine. The signal axe is really the only thing I liked about him.
Because big, giant, scary axe. Yeah, no, I get it. It's fair.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I didn't get to him being Kamen Rider Chaser in my rewatch, but it's just, yeah. I don't know how else to describe it. He.
I want to say, because of
I don't know what to say, honestly.
Because of how I usually don't like asymmetrical suits. I usually don't like the helmet weirdo design. But because I know he's not really human, and he's combining his latent nature with this new purified hope, it's that representation to me is what I was going for. As strictly aesthetically, I could have made a whole separate list, but I'm like, what secondaries do I really like? You know, and what tertiaries? You know, what is it that I like, and why do I like it? So like the fact that he did all this, and then what happens to, you know, all that shit. I like Chaser. I really do.
What do you think of the mock chase? Is that what it's called? Chaser mock. There you go. When
they make it a complete design, it's better. But when they first show it, when he's fighting
Daddy,
yeah. When he's fighting Angry Daddy, I didn't like it. But the full complete uniform look, I like better. And I'm trying to find a good picture for it. There we go. Okay.
Is it? He gets in like the movie form or something like that, right?
The movie form is better than that. Like that. That's nice, man. I like that.
That is pretty sick. I do like that.
Here's a better one. There we go.
The blue just looks better with the like purple and white.
And when you think about I think we talked about this a lot, and I'm gonna say it again. Kiriko should have been Go. Should have been completely top to bottom. But given that that's not the case, Go's transformation, given what he had to go through with everything, I can accept him being a separate character, you know, even though I don't think that should have been the case. I really think they should have given everything to Kiriko, the plot line, the suit, fucking everything.
Interesting.
Well, don't you think, like, all right, because Go...
No, I agree with you 100%. Kiriko should have been a rider, period, whether it was Go or someone else. Like, she should have been a rider, period.
Yeah.
I don't care if they made her like a Nago where she just kind of like pops in every once in a while. That's fine. I don't care. She should have been a fucking rider. I just... What's really throwing me off right now is like, dang, my top two were very like, I just love this form, period. And now I'm trying to think like, dang, and I even gave like Zerona Zero this whole big thing, and now I'm like, do I want to change my top two?
Change them. That's there's no rules. We make the rules.
I'll make the fucking rules. I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I went with shit that, because aesthetically, I could have picked 7 different others. You know.
So, okay. Cool. Interesting. All right. So that was your honorable mention, you said, right? Oh, you dipped out. I can't hear you. There you go.
How's that? Better?
Yep. Fixed it.
Yeah, that's the honorable. Well, one of the honorable. I have 2 more.
Okay. Hit me with at least one more so I have more time to think.
Okay, so another honorable mention. And this is where I might get some flag. Don't be mad. And it's only because of what it represents. Gates revive.
Oh.
Now, listen, we don't talk about Zio. We don't talk about Zio. But like I said, I've been thinking a lot about the stories, and I've been thinking a lot about these characters. Gates. Gates initially had this dead set motivation to eliminate Geo, save the future, right? And guys like you and I, when we have a conviction and we don't go through with it, we abandon it, right?
Yep.
So this guy had his entire belief system shaken to its core, but yet kept this reserve in the back of his head that if shit ever goes south, I'm gonna have what it takes to step up. And that's what this form is representative of. Even though it was handed to him on a silver platter, I'm saying what
like all things in Zio.
like what he did with it and his whole purpose behind it wasn't strictly to be a dick. You know what I mean? He wasn't just being an asshole. He was like, no, you got to be stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just, it's not going the way it should be going. You're not doing what you said you would do. My turn.
Yeah.
And, you know, Geo being Geo, setting all that other shit aside, him alone made this form one of my favorite forms because it does the flip thing. It's fast. It has the option to be fast as shit or a tank.
I do like that. I will say that. I did like this form when it premiered just because of that. I like stance switching. I think that's fucking cool in a form.
I'm saying, yeah, like as a final form to have weapons, to have you know, an answer for every situation.
Yeah.
And that the Goretsu form, I don't even like tanks, and I like that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type that's gonna take a hit. I'm the Shippu. I'm out of the fucking way.
Yeah.
But if I had to take a hit, I'd rather have Goretsu as like I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
Is that a cannon? Oh, how nice.
Oh, how nice. Interesting. Okay. I was not expecting that at all. I feel like you've mentioned that before, but I really wasn't expecting that at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like I really thought about the character stories and what these forms really meant to these people and shit like that. Because I honestly have this idea for our, you know, our characters, how I'm writing our shit. Our shit is like they're not motivated strictly by I gotta do the right thing. It's if I don't do the right thing, everybody's fucked. You know, like I might not have a choice in this moment, and that's how I feel. He chose that. Like, I don't want to kill this guy because I kind of like him as a friend, but you gotta go. You know what I mean? Like,
you and nah, homie.
Homo is a problem. You don't understand.
That's one of those things where they're like, "Would you slap your best friend for $1 million?" I'd be like, "Rob, get the fuck over here. I'm gonna slap you like 10 times." Yeah.
If you do
we'll
not
split the money at that point.
If you guys don't hear an order,
right?
I'm telling you,
yo, in a heartbeat. Like if you were sitting next to me, I wouldn't even blink. I'd fucking do some fucking UI like multi-hand slap shit. That's when I assume the Asura form. That's when I ascend to the god of Asuras.
It's time to be rich.
It would literally just side eye. Shing, 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 shing.
Just go to it.
It'd just be.
That's oh God, I love this so much. It would only be that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That kind of situation. Zio. Sorry, we'll never die.
We'll never die. Oh, apparently Reggie made a Kiriko custom rider figure. That's awesome. I dig that.
Serious?
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, please. I gotta
That's
see
what's
that.
up. But like yes, also fuck Gates Majesty. Fuck that form. Ridiculous.
What is that? We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't. That doesn't exist. It's like Decade 21. It doesn't exist. Literally, it doesn't. Nothing in Zio exists, so it doesn't matter. So.
How did they take the horrendous idea that was Grand Geo and slap a cape on it? What? Why? You know what this?
Oh Lord!
More and less. Let's keep it more
less. Yes.
And less. More cape, less everything else.
Yes. I was talking about this on the Discord the other day. Like, stop using that fucking cape. It's the shittiest cape ever.
Some capes work. Other capes do not.
Not when it's made of tissue paper. So
True.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to throw out 2 of my honorable mentions here because I think I've decided.
Okay.
Well, maybe I've decided. We'll let it sit through these honorable mentions, then we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So, first of the honorable mentions, Spectre, Deep Spectre.
Oh, I was expecting that one.
Yeah.
I was so expecting that to be number 1 or 2.
No. So this is why, and this is where this whole shift happens, right? Like I have I'm a basic bitch, right? I have 4 that I preach right, left, right, and center. So I'm trying to open my eyes to the next 5s and, see what else we can fucking do here. And honestly, Deep Spectre, like it doesn't like any deepness story-wise it had is literally just its cool factor because they gave up whatever fuck they were setting up for that. So the entire point of Deep Spectre is the hood literally says, do you want to control the power of the abyss? And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? What is that? Like, why was this locked away in the general's fucking tower? Why did we do this? And you know how many of those questions they answer? Fucking 0. It's cool. Shut up. Go watch it. And I said, okay.
But dive too deep.
Dive too deep.
That shit has been a constant in our fucking vocabulary since, bro.
Yeah. Deep Spectre is great. Okay. So Sin Spectre, I fucking love. Period. I just fucking love it. It's top tier, greatest shit ever. I love Sin Spectre. But Deep Spectre, I'm gonna just use it for that one because again, I'm just going off this page here that we found on the wiki here that says like final forms, and this is just listing all the final forms. It doesn't have a lot of movie forms and stuff. But Deep Spectre is dope. I love the jingle. I love everything about it. I love that it's like Tokudon where he can just equip anything on top of it. And like, yeah, like looking at it from a story perspective, kind of like and like, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, can this hold a candle to something like Zerona Zero? And it fucking can't. That's the problem. Like my love for Deep Spectre is one, I love it, period. Like I just love it. I don't know. It fires on all cylinders for me. And I was like, what is the story part that I love? It's about the abyss. Okay. Cool. Those are the reasons.
I have to defend Mugen constantly.
Yeah. Like I will defend these forms till I die, but I cannot in good conscience, if I throw the story aspect into it, say that this is a top 5 form.
Yeah, like I have to follow every defense of Mugen with yes, but wait.
But it's cool though.
Yeah, but it's so cool. And that's just, I hear you.
Yeah, like that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
So like Deep Spectre, in my heart of hearts, it lives rent free. But in taking into account and saying all of the other things I said for these other forms, I can't put it on this top 5.
No, which is why I have to stay an honorable mention.
Yes, so it's going to be an honorable mention because I just fucking love it. So, yeah.
But you reminded me the jingles of Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember when
Bachimiro, dun, dun, dun.
he gets Tokun boost for the first time, right?
I don't remember any of his jingles, to be honest with you.
Really? Oh, it's not even anything. It's just when it says Tokun boost, that moment, it stays in my head. Like it's part of my vernacular. Boost. Anytime I read that, boost. That it's fucking weird, man. They're horrible, but they're stuck.
Yeah. Okay. My next one.
Okay.
And again, this is going to come as a surprise to everyone.
Oh.
Rampage Vulcan.
That's not a surprise for me. Nah, bro.
Yeah. Because again, with holding it up to the story part of it, nah.
No?
No.
Rampage Vulcan story-wise doesn't stack up.
No, not for me.
Okay. Fair.
Because again, 99% of that is that first fucking fight. So
that's true.
When he clotheslines fucking what's her face at Yuta and just like throws her and then just like, I love the form. Again, if we're just talking strictly just forms I hold in my heart quite dear, story, everything aside, just fuck you. This is my reason because I love it. That's my reason, period. 100% on a top 5.
Fair. That shit is, it's nice. That shit is nice.
So I love Rampage Vulcan, but again, for me, like Fua, there we go. Jesus. Fua. I love his arc, even if it doesn't fucking do anything for 30 episodes. You know, I love this idea of
it dies. Unfortunately, it's like it died. Like
like he just kind of like stops being a thing. I feel like after he gets this form, he's just kind of there.
Because I remember we talked about this shit, and it was blowing us away what they did with him. Like, you were like, remember this character that we built up for 40 plus episodes?
Yeah,
it's a lie. It's a fucking lie. Like, what?
It kind of comes down to like what I love about Fua is how he interacted with Aruto, and you know, it's his character arc in the beginning was like literally having his entire existence fucking ripped away from him, right? And then like it was all a fucking lie. That's all it was. His entire basically racism against robots was a lie. A lie. And that's wild and super cool and crazy. Not that racism is cool. Please don't take that out of context. But like the idea, like his character concept of like having everything he knows ripped away from him and it being a facade, literally, and having another person living in your brain, which also kind of weakened it a little bit because you had to watch the spinoff thing to know that. And like, yes, he does more cool stuff later. Like he gets the twin wolf thing and all that, and then he has that really cool moment with Aruto and his stupid like President Zero form, whatever the fuck that was stupid. That movie was terrible.
Okay, so yes, the lone wolf thing was like a last minute thing, but still it was what it represented. Okay, so Aruto was like, hey, you know what, you don't have a driver, but there is a way we can make that happen. You know what I mean? It's a loophole.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like, I don't know. For me, that moment was like precious. Do you know what I mean? Like it speaks volumes that their entire relationship revolves around indirectly helping each other to get to their goal, right? Fua is not outright like, help me, Aruto. He's more like, what do I do? You know, like, what can I do? And then Aruto's like, I have an idea. You know what I mean? It's just
we'll
like,
make you a shill president of my shell company.
Shill company, but guess what? You get to use the 01 driver, and he uses the 01 driver.
Yeah. Like the form itself is fine. So they're talking in the chat about it. Like the form is fine. It's just like that movie is kind of trash. And like the Metsubo Jinrai movie before that was a little better, but it wasn't much better. And like I don't know, but Relax Time was the only like full 01 movie they did make. And then I was also realizing that they never actually did a 01 Saber crossover. I forgot they didn't do that. And that sucks. I hope they retcon that at some point.
At all?
Because that was prime COVID stuff. So they never made a crossover movie with 01 and Saber. I think they talk in like the superhero Senki. That's about it. I think they say, what's up?
Guys, previous senpais.
So, again, throwing in the story element to it, Rampage Vulcan, and like, I don't know, it just like it doesn't stack up to some of the other ones for me. But I still love that form. Don't get me wrong. I still fucking love Rampage Vulcan. It's the best form in 01. So
it's fucking sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
And then
Boa.
And then he goes and anyway. So yes. And
he goes and dies.
I wasn't gonna say that, man. I wasn't gonna say that.
It's fine. I'll say it. I don't give a shit.
I was crying. I was confused actually because I didn't.
You were
understand.
very confused. You're like, so are they dead? I was like, I mean, all of the Metsubo people were there, and then he walked out. So I'm assuming, yeah.
I didn't see a grave. I didn't see a body. So I'm like, okay.
I didn't see a body.
I'm just saying, I need completion there. Like, there's not enough there for me to be like, oh yeah, he did die. Mm-hmm. But I'll take it. If he is okay. So, number two.
Yep.
Okay, my second top. Ooh, wrong one. It is.
He does. I'm sorry. He does die. I hate to break it to you guys.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead. He is 6 feet under.
It is Grease Blizzard.
Grease Blizzard. Okay.
Yes, and I know it's a one-off, but I'm taking that loophole.
Still his final form. I don't care.
Because guys, well, his final form for the show.
We don't talk about that movie either. It's fine.
We don't talk about it, but it's a thing.
We don't talk about Bruno, okay? Just let it happen.
So since this is Greece's final form, I was like, I don't know. I remember we weren't okay for like a good 3 days. It took us, a while.
When the fact that he talks to the fucking belt, I was like, oh god, what has he done?
Man, okay.
Damn right I am. All right. You know what my biggest problem with this form is?
What's that?
Banjo never got double knuckles.
Is that really your biggest thing?
That's my biggest fucking issue with this form. You can't make something this cool and then talk about the two fucking coolest dudes in the show, and one guy is literally a punch man, and you don't give him the two fucking knuckle bottles. Get out of my face. You're out of your mind.
So, well, let me ask you this. If that were the case, would it be Magma or the other dragon, whatever one?
Muscle Buster Elite Galaxy, whatever the fuck it's called.
Double fisting the Magmas.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, so Magma's cool, don't get me wrong. Magma would be cooler if it had like blue and orange flames and he had both knuckles. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good point. But it's just so for those, Build has a very special place.
Mm-hmm.
I consider it one of the better shows. I know it let me straight up say, I know nothing is perfect. Please don't add us.
It's perfect.
All I'm saying is that it's one of the better ones where I didn't come away from the show wanting anything extra. What they gave us was maybe a little too much after the fact, but Prime Rogue, it's okay. It's okay.
Nope.
But we didn't need
that shit cape. Nope.
We didn't need it. But this thing, the context of the story, the moment he was doing it, the fact that he knew full well what it meant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that Tokudon. God, damn right I'm ready. You're damn right I'm fucking ready. And I couldn't, it still
yeah.
It still hurts, man. It still hurts.
It's good.
Good shit. It's good shit.
Yeah.
So that was my number 2.
Okay.
Please check out Build for that.
Yep. So my number 2 may come as a real big surprise because I think it is actually one of the strongest stories in Kamen Rider. It's Beast Hyper.
Really?
No, I'm fucking with you. Fuck that form. I think it's a piece of shit. Fuck that form.
I was like, he has got to have the best defense in the world for that.
No, fuck that form. Beast Hyper is trash. Get that shit out of here. No, it's actually Magma. It's Crossy Magma. That's my number 2. So
good one.
Yeah.
Like, and God, I'm gonna harp on Build again, dude. Okay, tell me why, and then I need to.
So Crossy Magma is fucking gorgeous. Number 1. Number 2, it's a punch bottle that punches fire. Number 3, the story part with Banjo is actually really cool, where he realized that he's a fucking spawn of a Martian essentially, and has like Martian semen floating around in him. That's essentially what happens.
That's exactly what it is.
Evolt goes, I smell my unborn children.
What's that? What are you?
He's like, it smells like bitch and my unborn children.
That's what he does. And then he turns him into that thing. And it's like, Banjo's like, you know what? Yeah, that's the case, but fuck you about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's kind of what it, right? Like, it's because I'm pretty sure, if I remember this correctly, please correct me because it's been a minute since I've watched Build. But like, I think Banjo going into that tower is very much like, he's just gonna fucking use me. Like, why am I going? This is crazy. Like, I'm just gonna hold you guys back. Why are we doing this? And like, he knew he was like, Evolt was gonna take his body over or whatever, because I think he did it before. And then he was waiting for him to do the Evolt dragon thing, I think, or was that after this? I don't remember.
He needed to wait to get that dude. Like, but still, it was the fact that he knew he didn't stand a chance because he didn't have anything powerful enough.
Yeah,
he was gambling on surviving. You know what I mean? Like,
he was like, I just gotta hit him once, maybe. We'll see.
Like, I when watching Build, watching Banjo, watching your connection to Banjo, knowing well that this design, this moment, this suit, this power is just like straight up built for Carl. I'm like, this
thing fucking rocks.
Love it. I'm full
Space Devil Dad is best dad. I don't know if that's how I would describe Evolt. Okay, I don't know if best dad is the moniker I would use for Evolt.
Oh
my goodness,
he's the best. Actually, listen. spoilers for a future thing that we're working on, guys. When I do this Evolt thing, I legitimately am gonna defend that. Like there is an aspect of him that I truly believe, and I'll back it up with evidence. But I truly believe that Evolt became something close to that, given all the bullshit, given all the stuff that happens. And and the thing is, like, you can't skip build at all to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, like, please check it out. Please watch it.
Okay. What's your number 2?
That was my number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Split.
What's your final honorable mention? I'm good at this, guys. I'm a good podcast host. Don't fucking judge me.
It's all good. My final honorable mention. It's one of your preferences, but it might be your number 1, actually.
Okay.
Shoujo Senki.
It was, but I also had a tie for number 1, so I'll let you have this one.
Well, Hyojo Senki, I feel like is a close enough honorable mention because I didn't really appreciate Saber like you did, but I do know that his evolution, his character arc, is one of the things they got pretty damn good. Yeah. So appreciating that, the aesthetics, this thing is beautiful. Yeah. Like the I think the blue was one of our choices. Like we took the blue from this and like used it in our own. We're like, whatever blue that is, sick. Like, yeah. But everything about him getting this form, mastering it, needing it in the moment, and then fucking being that level of powerful. Holy shit, that thing is strong. Yeah.
I genuinely love this form. This is easily a number 1 form on all cylinders for me. Aesthetically, power wise, I think it's really cool. Just, the different animal invoking abilities it has through its ice. And it's better than Cross Saber. I mean, yeah, it is 100%. I don't think that's a hot take at all, honestly. But Hyojo Senki for me is just like, I don't know. It's Rintaro. Rintaro always felt like the secondary rider. And I don't mean like the way they wrote him. I mean like he himself always felt like he wasn't the protagonist in this story. So that makes him, throughout the story for Saber, for me, Rintaro constantly feels like the number 2. He's supposed to be the strongest swordsman in the Logos, and he always feels like number 2. He's got the Vegeta shit going on, right? Like this random book author asshole is just always one-upping me. I'm supposed to be the strongest. I am like the dude, and this guy who murdered my master still is too strong for me to handle. And I finally beat his ass, and his ass came back. So
that shit, yeah. But all right, but his other forms too. What was the previous one? That
King Lion Senki.
That thing is sick too. So all of his forms
are fucking cool. Don't get me wrong.
All of his forms are sick in this, but yeah, like especially this little aspect where that fucking moment where he's just like, oh my god, dude. And when
there's King Lion Senki for you guys at home.
I'm trying to find a decent enough picture where I'm not like cropping shit. Basically, like, okay. Oh, bingo, got one.
Doink.
There you go. And then I'll drop this one too. Boom. Look at that. Look at that progression. Look at the progression there. Like you're talking about, he has the the lion, which is kind of weird because normally it's not really my bag, but that thing. Nice. It looks so nice. And then the power that's implied, it has the Blastoise cannons. Like
the Blastoise cannons are pretty dope.
It's so sick, this thing. And it would have been fine if that was it. And then they go and they go, no. Check this out though.
I think the coolest part though, like obviously he has the lion aesthetic, like the Lion Senki has it on his chest, then it moves to the head. But the fact that the cool swoop, like the blade swoop, becomes ice and it's fucking like icicles sticking off it, I think is one of the coolest aspects. And obviously it's got the rhymed fucking ice cuffs and everything. Like this suit is just clean. And my favorite part of it, absolute favorite part, is the hair on the back of it. I think the hair is such a cool touch to this suit.
It brings it together cleanly. Yeah, I agree. It's because it doesn't need like it doesn't need to be fucking. And then again, if it was like Goku Saiyan 3 long, it would probably be better too.
It gets that long at some point. Like when he does the fucking porcupine thing, it like shink 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 shink, and he gets like Super Saiyan 3 hair. It's fucking cool.
Sick shit.
I love the like it's basically Jiraiya hair, like from Naruto. It's Jiraiya hair, and I think that is the sickest shit ever. I let's petition for more like broken helmets and fucking rider helmets with hair. Like, yo, I mean, XA did that a lot, I guess, too. So there's a good and a bad way to do it.
There is definitely a bad way to do it.
But like XA's hair was never my issue with it either. So that's fine. But give me a broken Hyojo Senki. I will just do inappropriate things to my computer monitor at that point. Because good lord, I love Hyojo Senki. And like I said, so Rintaro at the end of the day was probably my favorite overall for his rider parts. Kento was my favorite outside of the rider suits.
I see.
Because they're talking about Toma and Kento in the chat here.
Yeah.
Toma's whatever, he's fine, I guess. Draconic Knight is the only great thing about Toma. And like it's fine. He's fine. He's great, I guess. Cross Saber is whatever. I've spoken at length. I don't care. I'll talk about it anymore, honestly. Hand painting, that whole thing, yada yada. But Kento out of suit is one of my favorite things in Saber. Like, I'm literally going to make a video about it, guys. Like, he's going to be my next Y video, because Kento out of suit is one of the most fascinating and heartbreaking things I've ever seen. And I think Trio of Deep Sin kind of like encompasses that in like a snow globe very well, about how tragic this dude is. We watched that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And he goes from being like on cloud 9 with his best friend to fucking emo as shit and having to do things he didn't want to fucking do. And I was like, this is the perfect encapsulation of what Kento's character is. I think the fact that it's drawn out through 50 something episodes kind of muddles that a little bit, but like, this is Kento to a core. Like it was nothing new that they hadn't done with this character, and that's kind of why I loved it so much. Arabian Night is whatever. No,
I absolutely get it, because they nailed. There's not much that they nailed with Saber, but they did.
Yeah, I feel like the characters weren't the weak point in Saber, in my opinion. I think they all kind of had their draws in various ways. You know what I mean?
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, Rider side, which is kind of what we're talking about now. Hyojo Senki just is fucking brilliant. And, you know, it's got the shark mode with the tail, and it's got the fucking wings, and it's got the fucking porcupine shit. And it's like, it's loud as fuck, if you guys didn't know. When I got that thing and I played it, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get the police called on me. What is happening? This thing is so loud. So
it's the size of a boombox. So yeah,
yeah, it's also the size of my fucking head. So is it back there? No, it's not. It's still packed away in the box because I haven't taken it out since we shot that video. So
yeah, safer in there.
It's safer in there until, you know, the thing gets hit and then thank you.
Anybody else have the Genius driver? Does anybody else's Genius bottle have like a hair trigger? Like if you look at it, it goes off. That's mine.
Let me tell you about trying to fucking henshin video with that thing. Good lord.
It was like it wouldn't stop. I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's not. Hello.
It's legit a hair trigger, and I keep it stacked right there so it doesn't budge, because I swear, strong wind sets that shit off.
Yeah. He was tied for my number one, so we'll give you that one too. That was my rant on Hyojo Senki. I do genuinely love that form. So, what I guess my honorable mention is that what we're on now? Yeah, my last honorable mention. I had it and I lost it.
Oh, it's okay.
Give me a second. Hang on. Let me find it. Let me find it. I'll get there.
So
Beast Saber. Just kidding.
We're legitimately saying then that, because one of them was I had an idea for a movie form, but
what one was it?
It was The Perfect Kingdom.
Oh.
But strictly for the story. So like I personally aesthetically don't like this.
Dang. I just realized looking for that one I may have a 3-way tie for my number one. Yeah, but
so like the thing about this is like
I love fucking Kamen Rider. That's the thing about this.
Yeah, thematically, I get where they were going with it, but in practice, it's just so busy. it's so busy, and there's no
The Kingdom, Perfect Kingdom you're talking about?
yeah. There's no cohesiveness to it. It's just like gonna slap it all and stack it like a Zord, and there you go.
Okay, I got an honorable mention. Here we go. This is a good one. Burning Falcon.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's a clean look. Yeah,
That's a clean one. That's a clean boy. So, yeah, that's really the only reason it's an honorable mention, because it's a clean boy and it looks cool, and it was cool to see Jin come back at that point and kind of do his thing. So
it's one of those suits that when it's in motion, it's so like it really does look so smooth in the fighting techniques that it uses, all the flying shit. Like it's
pretty cool. It's pretty freaking cool. So I'm gonna say that as my final honorable mention. It's dope. I think the sword slasher thing is really cool. It's a cool little play on the shot riser. Is it slash riser? Is that what it is?
Something like that. You use just a little dagger thing.
It's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the weapons being the fucking transformation devices. I like that. So
yeah.
All right. What's your number one?
Well, as if it wasn't obvious enough, the number one pick, Kamen Rider Deathstream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys know.
I don't know if you know this or not.
I don't know if you know there was a 19 fucking minute video on this shit. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Might be a thing that I did the one time.
Might be a thing.
I mean,
that might be a thing.
I say this in the video, but to make it a shorter version, there is nothing about everything in this plot line for Genta that didn't knock for me. Everything hit on every cylinder, and then you give me this thing, and then you tie everything up in this form, and this henchman, and this fight.
Hang on, I'm just gonna play the video now. We'll just let that.
Shut up. Yep.
And welcome to the 19-minute section of this podcast where we play a YouTube video you cannot watch because it's probably going to be the audio unless you're watching the live re-recording later. So,
okay. Check it out.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought that was funny. But
no, but it's legit. It's legitimately like I spend 19 minutes explaining this, but it's just the fact that this is what I took away from Revice. You know what I mean? Like that entire season happened, and I had such hopes, and pulling this thing away means so much to me, and I can't stress that enough. So yeah, the colors, the design, the fucking henshin itself, even the driver looks nice. Like it's just a couple slaps onto the whatever, the vial driver, and it still slaps. Like,
that's fair. I respect it. Yeah, I talked about it whatever day I dropped it, but like I have talked a lot of shit about Revice over the years. 2 years, I don't know, whatever it's been now. And I still don't like Revice. That's not going to change anytime soon. I just don't like Revice. But editing that video and really going through like the legacy thing, the Veil legacy, and like the Genta clips and things like that, and like, you know, you talking about it, I was like, damn, that really was like the only thing I actually enjoyed in this show. It's like the only character I actually enjoyed. It's the only storyline I was like semi invested in. It's like it was just the only thing I took out of Revice, like you said. And it was a really good moment that I feel like they kind of, the fact that it came first felt like it kind of took away from the actual one from the show with Revice and Vice. I was like, dang, they're just doing Genta and Veil again. Okay, that's where we are now. Okay, got it.
It's true. But it's well, they had the relationship, and then they give you the Vice one that's like the complete ass end of that. But still, it's just taking all that into account, you know, watch the video, please. And it's not just because I want you to see my face. My point is that
there is a lot to it though that you go through.
Yeah, like, honestly, like I'm talking about a children's show, you guys. Like I'm pulling this shit from what my nephew should be watching, but I'm over here like my heart
crying and
what's going on, so yeah, please
Yeah.
check out Revice or the video for that, and then you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then I can shut up about it.
Yeah. It's fine.
never-
You guys don't understand that, like, when I edit videos, it takes me weeks and hours and things. So I've heard it a billion times at this point. I could probably recite the fucking video from memory, but like, I want you guys to go watch it. So I know. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard that 100 times, but I forget sometimes that no one has watched this video as many times as I have.
Especially when it comes to the editing. Like,
yeah, like I talked about it before, but like I'm very meticulous when I edit, so it's literally like, what's this 10-second clip? Oh, we're gonna cut that down to 3. Oh, it's gonna go here. Nope, it's gonna move over here. I think we could find a different clip in an episode, and then you go back, play the clip before, make sure it flows okay, and then nope, doesn't work. So you got to move both clips around.
And I'm glad you do like a lot of the cuts, because when I send you the clips, I'm looking at them and I'm like, dude, I talk with my hands all the time. He's probably going fucking crazy just trying to.
No, I gave up with that a long time ago when I was trying to get my own stuff, and I'm like, why am I such a spaz? Oh my god.
ADHD, man. It's the ADHD.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey guys, the fighting games.
We're just, but this is why it's my number one pick, because despite everything that we just talked about, if you just endure the story for Gensa's plot, this suit means everything. This moment means everything, and I will never not love it for it.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna go with my other tie, because I literally can't decide between them. So I'm gonna go with the one everyone probably expects from me, and that's Chalice first.
What?
Crazy, right? But really,
Really? That
video
is
production class PTSD. No, legit, straight up. Chalice, Wild Chalice, if you guys didn't know, is his king form. We're not debating this. It's his king form. That's why he's the secondary writer. Garen doesn't get a king form. Sorry. I mean, he does, but it's not canon. So yeah, there you go. Chalice is the secondary writer. I rest my case. But he gets a king form, and like, again, at this point, Chalice has been revealed to be what he is. I guess I'll spoil it. Yeah, like the 10th anniversary is next year, so like go watch Blade. But like, yeah, he's a problem, and he's a problem that has done this already. That's the craziest thing. And he's like, in my opinion, he's kind of an amnesia story, but not really. It's more like a self-inflicted amnesia, where like he doesn't want to admit his issues, right? And like, he kind of blocks it out himself because he's trying to better himself. And through the course of that, we learn that he is not cool.
The only thing I liked about Blade was Chalice.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, this, I feel like Chalice is kind of like what Veil is for me, like Genta is for you. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah. I feel you. That's what I mean. Like, I get it, because it's his entire. And then you have Kenzaki's opposite end to that. You know what I mean? And the two of them. I guess without the two of them at that point, you know what I mean? Getting to that point throughout all of Blade, getting to that point where you realize that this is not going to end well either way. You know what I mean? There is no,
and it's kind of like, how many people are we going to sacrifice to make this okay? Not even great, just okay.
Yeah,
and it takes one, by the way.
But who saw that ending coming?
Exactly.
I give you that. Great. I'm giving it to you. I appreciate that, because I did not expect this from you.
My thing is also, Kenzaki and Tachibana would never have any kind of dynamic like this whatsoever, because Tachibana is a terrible fucking character. So sorry, friends. Garen's not great. I don't like Garen. He's the tertiary. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, the king form has spoken. There you go. Yeah.
No, it's
yeah. Chalice, I just like, I love wild form. I think it's really cool, and I love everything about Blade, but like, Chalice's story is so solid that I can't not fucking give it to him. The other one, which you are not surprised by this, but other people might be, unless they.
This is probably the one I thought it was going to be.
Yomoto Hagiri.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought so. I thought so.
I fucking love this form.
I thought so. Because why? Because Michi did nothing wrong.
Because Michi did nothing fucking wrong. But also, I just like this form as being his literal, like, fuck everyone. I'm out. I'll show y'all who's boss. And, like, the fact that he uses all the Overlord weapons, he can just round robin through those. I just love the design of it as well. I love the colors. Again, this is not red, it's maroon. Fight me. I like maroon better than red, okay? But either way, I really like this form, and it was the only thing in Gaim I bought. Is it the only thing I own from Gaim? I think it is. Yeah, it's the only thing I own from Gaim. Other than I do have the Showa and Heisei locks up there too. But I have 3 locks, and it's the 2 movie ones and then this. So there you go. I fucking love this form. Michi did nothing wrong. Michi's great. All right, I couldn't even convince myself with that one. But like, I just think this form is so fucking cool, and the fact that it was like the literal, like, he didn't even have a fall from grace. This was like, I'm going to swan dive off the fucking deep end at this point.
Like, you know what? I tried to kill this fucking dude 17 times and nothing worked. I'm gonna do it myself.
Like, I am a dick. I know I'm a dick. Let's steer hard into that skid and let's just go for it. So, yeah.
And yet, ultimately, it was out of love and fear. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't there
was definitely a fear boner aspect to it, I will say.
I'm saying it wasn't for just the desire for power. It was strictly because he was dead set on keeping Kota from fucking things up anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like, I get it. And Kota, poor Kota, he eats that spear pretty damn good.
Yeah, he remember when he killed Jesus too. So that's cool. Yeah, that's the reason why.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I agree, and I'm in compliance, and I feel like we've come away with a very strong list here of honorables and top picks. But there's something else here. We're forgetting one final suit.
Okay, hit me.
Hold on, I gotta find the best picture of it. There's the one suit that you and I have always agreed is like something different, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
better not be fucking Tassel. I'm gonna turn this computer off if it is.
It's not Kamen. It's Kamen Rider Tassel.
No, it's just Tassel. It's just Tassel, not even Kamen Rider Tassel. What? It's just Tassel's big dumb face.
Am I really that far? Am I that out of the loop that this thing was demanded? Like, did this have to happen? Yep. This needed to happen?
It had to happen.
There was nothing else you could do. There were 17.
There was nothing they could do in this stage show except Kamen Rider Tassel.
The guys were in the back like, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah. Do we give Stone Daddy an upgrade form? Nah. We need to give Tassel a rider form.
I'm so sorry. I just had to. But yeah, so I love this. I love how much I hate this. I love how much I've always hated Tassel. I'm never going to apologize for that. Fuck Tassel.
I just, like, it's hilarious to me that it's just so blatantly, literally just the Lupin fucking outfit. Like, they just colored it pink.
They didn't even bother. Like, is even his book unique, or did they just take a repaint of that?
They probably just repainted a book.
Tassel Dark? Is it Tassel Dark?
Yeah, that's the character.
Oh god. What is that? That's not okay. And what is that? Is that the Falcoin saber?
Yeah, it's Falchion.
Falchion, sorry.
Yep, ew. That's just Falchion because it's the sword that never fucking dies.
Oh god. Oh.
There's multiple pages. Oh god.
Oh, it's worse than I wanted it to be.
I love it. I need can you get this book anywhere, guys? Can I get this book?
Do you get it? Please, just let's do that henshin. Just
yeah.
Look at
that. My god, you can. Shit. Tassel
Guess
Dark.
What? It's premium.
It's premium Bandai. Oh, I fucking hate it here.
I hated that you guys showed me this. I really hate that, but now it's stuck. So he tops the list. He's the strongest of all the secondary final forms.
He is the strongest rider in the history. He can beat Oma with his pinky.
He almost serves him. This is like this is the King Kai thing going on here. Almost Bubbles the monkey.
Yep. Bubbles. He's not Gary the grasshopper. It's fine.
Bubbles the monkey.
He's Bubbles. He's even worse. At least they had to chase Gary. Bubbles just hangs out.
I'm just saying. I love everything about Kamen Rider, but when it's bad, it can just be so bad.
The stage show show suits are always just the craziest, wildest repaints ever.
I'm convinced that all they do is just every yes drug possible, and then just let the designers loose in the studio. They're just like, if you break,
it's not even. It's not even loose in the studio. They let them loose in like the prop department.
The thrift shop. It's like there's like a thrift shop that they just have siphoned into their shit.
Yep.
I love it. I'm sorry, guys.
It's so
I
bad.
had to do it. I wanted to close this out right. We had to do it right.
Yeah, we had to do it correct.
Other than that, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that is definitely a wrap.
So what do you got planned this week, man?
So tomorrow we're gonna be playing more Street Fighter 6. Game DS gets a Muteki apparently in one of the stage shows.
It's all right.
It actually looks kind of sick.
Hold on, I just want a quick.
I'm scrolling through these stage show forums right quick. I'm gonna do one of these and pull this back up for you guys. Kuga Stone is one of the forms that they get. He just turns to fucking stone. It's Ryuki, Kuga, and Akito, and they're just fucking stone.
What the?
I don't know. They're just solid silver. But that's a thing that happened. Decade looks like it's Amazons in black. You got this white ghost.
Okay.
And then whatever ghost Shinzengumi. Oh god, he's a Shinzengumi. That's fucked up.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then Game DS. That one. Oh god, what is this? I guess Zio gets a Waz form.
What?
Yeah, he gets the Waz thing. Oh, that's kind of sick. Another Omazio is a thing.
Another Omazio, please show me.
Another Omazio. That's kind of dope. Okay, here we go. That's another Omazio.
What is that?
He looks like a fucking Yeti. Oh man.
It gives Sasquatch armor, dude. That's
yeah, his moldy fruit is Gimes. That's he is silver and blue. He's moldy. Good call on that.
That's wow.
Yep. Bahamut. I forgot about this one. I kind of like this one actually. Sabers. It was the elemental dragon, but painted like black and gold.
Oh, okay. Saber Bahamut.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I dig this one a lot. Then they did the Revice colored Jack Vice, where it's like the two of them combined. Essentially.
I like Jack Vice. I do like Jack Vice.
Jack Vice is fine. It's the Thundergale helmet, and then they just paint the two of them.
Yeah.
So the Yeti that is another Omazio. Zio in the Waz just looks very uncomfortable. It looks like someone photoshopped this.
He's not meant to be in that, man.
He's definitely not. Like, it looks very uncomfortable for the actor in that suit.
It's just not working. It's not, the green is just not. No.
I mean, Zio just doesn't work, so it's fine.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Zio's trash. Trash booty butt cheeks.
Fair.
Yeah. Now, Orange Arm's memory loss is just mold. I love it. Oh my goodness. So yes, that is our top 5 other final forms. I guess technically the show ones from my list because I just went off that list. But yeah.
We'll do this again.
We'll do it again.
I can't. Okay. So yeah, I have a couple. Sorry, I have a couple videos coming out on the TikTok shit. I have another Tokyo pick to announce. I have the Guyver Toku Minute this Saturday, and I think that's pretty much it. And then we'll link up again and do our stuff.
Yeah. The rest of my week I don't know what I'm doing. I'm working more days this week than I normally do, so I'll let you guys know. But tomorrow we'll be doing Street Fighter, and then Wednesday we might go back into Wolong. I still gotta beat that. Dion Wei is the final boss. He got all demony. He's fucking crazy. He's literally a Raijin and Fujin mix. Like he blows around with the fucking thing, but he just like shoots electricity at you the whole time. I was like, this is fucked up. I hate this.
Fuck yeah. All right,
so
that's cool.
I was literally sweating on stream the other night trying to beat him. And I'm dumb over leveled.
And you're still getting ass-handed?
Yeah, I'm literally 3/4 of the way through New Game Plus, going back to New Game to fight this thing, and I'm still getting my ass kicked.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And I have a tank build. Like, it's straight up a health tank build. So
oh, it's cute.
Yeah, it's literally like, oh, that's nice. You know what? Would it just tank bust all of this? Lightning and wind. Here you go.
Thanks for coming. Go back home.
Appreciate that. All right. So yeah, it is Suchu and Dianwei, by the way. Speaking of Three Kingdoms, so Suchu has the really cool like chain hammer thing, and then yeah, Dianwei has twin halberds. So yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. See, now we're back and closing out with Three Kingdoms.
See,
that's it.
Full circle.
This is how we do things. We're the best, and we plan everything ahead of time. So
absolutely,
for that, we'll see you next week. I'll be doing this thing again with this maniac.
Hey, I'm the